Good Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the video forecast discussion for Wednesday, the 23rd of April, 2014. Clouds are moving out of the forecast region across the Hudson Valley into Connecticut and Long Island this morning, where the temperatures are falling off or actually stabilizing from where they were overnight as a cold front moved through the region. Temperatures are pretty uniform inland, and all winds are from the west right now, and they're a little gusty, but the gusts will increase during the morning hours as the pressure gradient and the sunshine really work over the atmosphere in the lower layers. Temperatures this morning are in the low to the mid 40s across the region, except for the low to mid 50s out on central and eastern Long Island this morning. All the winds once again are out of the west, and they're going to be freshening up during the morning hours. Visible image shows plenty of clear skies from coastal New Jersey down through Philadelphia. A few more scattered clouds in the mid layers as the sun comes up this morning. You can see the rippling of the clouds here and the striations over Pennsylvania, over the mountains here, as cold air advection and strong winds build eastward across the region this morning. If we looked at the IR imagery, the infrared imagery this morning, we can also see plenty of lower cloud cover across the region, and this cloud cover will be dying out as it dries up over the mountain ranges here with mostly sunny skies by later this morning. Water vapor this morning shows the same kind of thing. Pretty dry this morning in the mid and upper layers of the atmosphere, and that's good news. Big news on the weather front today will be the winds, and as a result of that, we have small gale warnings along the coast. And these will stay up for choppy winds, choppy seas, and strong northwesterly to westerly winds during today, tonight, and early tomorrow morning as well. And most of Thursday, actually, gale warnings will continue to be in effect across the coastal waters, and the small craft advisories in the back bays may need to be upgraded to gale warning. We're not sure if that's going to occur yet. Inland, we have plenty of red flag warnings just across all of New Jersey, excepting northeastern New Jersey, the New York City metropolitan area, where a fire weather watch is in effect until 8 o'clock on Thursday. The red flag warnings are for the ignition of fuels. We had very little moisture in the atmosphere with a cold frontal passage last night, relative humidity values at 30% or lower, and strong winds will ignite some of those fuels, and any fire that does develop across these regions will spread rapidly. That's why we have red flag warnings in effect for pretty much the entire state. If you're waking up this morning and you have red eyes or teary eyes and a stuffed up nose, the reason why is today's allergy level is very high. It's around 11.1. Allergy levels, pollen levels, will continue to be high on Thursday, drop off just a little bit on Friday, and then go right back up to the medium to high levels on Saturday and Sunday as as the pollen continues to broadcast itself out into the air. On the aviational weather deck this morning, basically VFR conditions outside of Newark. Temperature is 50, that's 10 Celsius even, dew point 32, humidity 50%, and the wind is west at about 15, gust up to 31 miles an hour. It's going to be the strong winds today. Visibility right now better than 10 miles, just some scattered clouds at 9,000. We're going to find scattered to broken clouds this morning, and then just some scattered clouds during this afternoon. Visibility is better than 10 miles. The story is the wind, northwest 24, gust up to 34 knots at some of the terminals. Just a few scattered to mostly clear skies late tonight and early tomorrow morning. The winds, however, will continue to be strong right into tomorrow morning out of the northwest at 18, gusting up to 26 to 31 miles an hour, but VFR conditions for flight. In Philadelphia, 49 degrees, that's 9 Celsius, and wind is northwest at 14. A few clouds at about 5,000, scattered at 9,000. And we're going to continue to find the same kind of scenario here. Scattered clouds across the region this morning into this evening. The strong gusty northwesterly winds at 15, gust up to 25 to 30 knots. And just a few clouds around the region tonight and tomorrow morning. Story is the wind. Basically VFR conditions with strong northwesterly winds at 15, gust up to 25 knots. Morning surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows the cold front now well off the coast, exiting precipitation across southern New England's coastal areas, and the winds increasing now as the pressure gradient begins to tighten up here. The isobars are getting a little tighter here. Low pressure now bombing out and deepening across the Atlantic coastal waters here. Strong high pressure building in across the Great Lakes right now down through the Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley. The difference between these two causing a tighter pressure gradient today and very gusty, strong northwesterly winds and chillier air in place. Namworth composite reflectivity product from Penn State Seawall site shows basically the clouds eroding under the dry A northwesterly flow and westerly flow across the region today. High pressure to our west, cresting over the forecast region on Thursday. Lots of sunshine later this morning and afternoon. Clear skies tonight and tomorrow morning. Some jet stream clouds as warmer air tries to build in from the west. And by the time we get to pretty much Friday morning, Thursday night through Friday morning, basically uh, clear. Just a few scattered high-level clouds as a warm front approaches and then a cold front approaches during the day on Friday. It looks like some of these showers with the cold front will make it into the area. Could be a little bit of elevated convection here, especially south central New Jersey, Philadelphia, the Delmarva region. We'll be monitoring this for maybe some low-top thunderstorms. Pretty stable just to the west. Temperatures expected to get back into the 60s across many of these areas as the front is approaching. The good news is that most of the cold air is locked up in Canada. Behind it, lots of clear skies coming for later in the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and near to slightly above temperatures. But things will then turn downhill a little bit by next week. As mentioned yesterday in the video, we have a blocking pattern which is now setting up across the next 8 to 10 days here across the globe here, especially the North Americas, with a cutoff low in the means over the next 8 to 10 days, which takes us into about the third day of May, late next week, into the first weekend of May, which is late next weekend. And we find blocking over the top here. This is pretty much a negative NAO configuration. A little bit more blocking here with troughing across the Aleutian Islands, a positive PNA or a ridge across the western United States, and a cutoff low in the mean flow here with all this blocking over the top of it, as seen on the GFS, the European model, and the Canadian model too. And this is going to mean a slow moving storm system for next week with spokes of precipitation, and under this trough, chillier air mass in place. GFS maps into motion now. Low pressure now across the Canadian Maritimes, high pressure building in across the Great Lakes, strong pressure gradient, gusty northwesterly winds. Watch out for those brush fires across the region today, tonight, basically, well, today, tonight, and Thursday as well, especially during the daytime hours where the winds are at their strongest due to the, well, the incoming solar rate, the incoming sun working over the boundary layer as well. And that's where the winds are generally the strongest during the mid-afternoon hours on both days. We continue with high pressure cresting over the region on Thursday, and then a cold front and storm system in the northern branch of the jet moving into the Great Lakes region during the Thursday night, and Friday period, dragging a cold front through the region, an included one at that. And that would be for Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Could find some light rain showers across the region at this time. Maybe a little bit of convection from central Jersey south through the Delmarva. We'll monitor that. Cold front comes through with the upper trough swinging through on Saturday. Generally dry, but the GFS continues to side with the fact that the upper low and upper trough access will slide through on Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon, and that could provide a spoke or two of showers, but generally dry pretty much. If this is correct, then Saturday would be a little cloudier and probably a risk of a shower as well under that cooler pool. But then behind it, basically a west to east flow, translation across the United States here. Another deep storm system forming. This is a deep trough now coming in from off the California coast, inland across the Central Plains. The storm will begin to deepen and cut off as high pressure begins to block itself in across central and southeastern Canada. And this upper low is not really going to go too far. It's going to provide the spokes for heavy doses of precipitation across the Mississippi Valley and the upper Midwest during Monday of next week. And we have a blocking signature here with strong low pressure block across Atlantic Canada, high pressure blocking in across Hudson's Bay, down through the northern United States. And then this storm system here, which is pretty volatile in terms of rainfall and perhaps even volatile in terms of thunderstorms, anywhere from the Mississippi Valley all the way down to the Gulf Coast states. And we'll be monitoring this as it makes its way gradually, begrudgingly, towards the basically the East Coast, and we could be providing onshore flow, plenty of low-level moisture from off the Atlantic and Gulf moisture as well, and this means that the middle part of next week could become unsettled with moderate to heavy pockets of rain across the region, again lifting to the north and east as this whole system slowly moves up the St. Lawrence River Valley by late next week. This could be spokes of precipitation and very unsettled weather indeed for the middle to the later part of next week, and obviously cooler temperatures to go with it. Gusty winds and wildfire spread or brush fire spread is high probability for today, tonight, and tomorrow. Winds subsiding with high pressure in control on Friday. A weak cold front moving through the region. Maybe some light rain showers around the region on Friday evening into early Saturday. We'll have to see if the upper trough comes through on Saturday. Saturday should be generally dry most sections. Right now. And Sunday is looking like a better day too. A little cooler under that flow, but generally seasonable temperatures for both Saturday and Sunday. Monday looks okay, and then by Tuesday things begin to turn downhill from above normal temperatures with storminess on the way for the mid to the later part of next week with unsettled conditions and much cooler temperatures. So the progressive pattern continues, and it's going to be an interesting one going forward. That's it for today. For Garden State Weather at gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good Wednesday, and we'll be back bright and early with you again on Thursday morning.